Castlerock last night, very mild, very, very mild. I have a new bed system set up here for Luna, so I haven't got my breakfast yet. I've got up, got this computer going again. My wee girl, she's moving my bed onto my bed, and I'm going to see about getting my breakfast now. But I thought, I'll get some of these blinds down first. Put on 2 new blinds here in the front and the back. I bought I had them made the original ones the wrong way around, so I got the silver now on the inside. When you back down there again, pet, that get things sorted out. Oh, look at it. I know. Don't you love car camping? Oh, we were nice and warm last night, so we were. We were nice and warm. So I'm now sleeping with my head up the waist. I'll take off one of these blinds here, we can see here. Take off the wee, where's the magnet? We'll get the bottom magnet. Work our way up. Get a wee bit of light on here. This material, I thought, you think it all the same, it's not. The material I got this time came with different wee fixtures. I haven't really looked at them, but the wee fixtures might work well for the wee back ones, you know. I like the wee magnets where the magnets work. It's actually raining out there now, and you know the best of it is, I didn't bring my leggings. I had them last night. No bother. I should have brought the leggings, Luna. I'm gonna get soaked today. There's a new wee table here, mate. I just threw it together. I threw it together. I came home yesterday, got out of work at got work at 5:30. Got home a wee bit of daylight. Got my wee girl, she free range, but I done it. I knocked these couple of boards together here. That one there comes straight out. I want to sew this laptop down now. We see this here for an invention here. And this is why you don't do anything permanently. I wouldn't, that plywood there. See, I had my reading on here, and you see where I built the stove on now. So these stop it vibrating too much. Now I could put wee foam pads around that. There was no rattling off the stove when I drove down last night like that. But it means I can put my laptop on this wee table. We see this here for an ingenious idea. Now you see the wood is rough as anything. It's all I had in my shed. See the hinge? That's the leg. But because of the angle it goes at, you cannot kick it down. You can't accidentally kick it down. So if I've got a boiling kettle on that, it ain't going to blow the hinge down. And I've still got room here for my feet. So I can have my stove on here now. I haven't even cut the screws short. I say, throw them together. Because there's no point in spending too much time if it doesn't work. And it just means now maybe the car seat won't go on if I want the car seat done. See, one solution's causing another problem. So the stove now can't go too far that way. Now I could have it set now and move these wee things over and make it a nice tight fit. And whenever you put material in this here, then if I do it properly, then there's no rattling. That goes up there when we go travelling, and a wee bungee cord goes on like so. But the wee hinge was making a wee bit of rattling, so it was. Now I had that bungee cord inside that wee hook, and the hinge was rattling a wee bit. So all that needs is a wee foam pad underneath. Problem solved. I want to do it properly. I can buy new hinges. I have new hinges, but I had to cut them. Don't want to cut new hinges in case it doesn't work. Price of hinges and price of metal. Aye. There's the solder still lying there. We'll put the screws in. It's the same there too. All the screws are sticking out. But the best of it is now, and this is how it works now. I'll do it in daylight later on when it works. That comes out like so. And then the bed. Luna's wee bed comes out like so then. And I'm going to demonstrate you a bed here, Luna. Luna's bed pulls out like so. And see how it all links together? Now there's a great big cushion there in the back. And it goes over the whole entire thing. And Luna's got a great big bed there. Big as mine. And then so you can creepy crawly over it, can't you, Luna? So you can see how it works now. But the cushions from the old caravan. That's a bit awkward. What else can we do? You need your comfort. And the cushion is the exact same height as us. Luna loved it last night. Didn't hesitate. You had a good sleep, didn't you, pet? And the only thing I've made now, I've moved the toilet. The toilet's in the bit. But to be a proper wild camper, you need a toilet. There's no point in saying, oh, you use public toilets. You do use public toilets when they're there, but if you don't want any limit to where you're going, just because solar panels and toilets is the things that limit you. If you've got a solar panel while camping and you're getting a good sun, you will not travel that day. You'll be terrified to leave your power source. So this is the other thing. I bought that years ago. That's a pee bottle. You pull the top off. Oh, it's flexible. So it hangs up around the seatbelt. I pissed that there during the night, goes down the hose and into a bottle underneath. And if the bottle was to full, then I would just get the bottle and empty it into the chemical toilet. I bought that for the last car. It was never used, because I always had the idea of capping another car. But it works. So this problem solved, like. So far on my car conversion here, I've spent about £50. Now it would be, if I get the new inverter, the inverter broke, so I had to get a new inverter. The inverter I'm looking at, you're probably chatting £150. So that'll bring my budget up to £200, which is not too bad, Luna. I set myself £1,000 budget, like, but it doesn't mean you just go out and spend £1,000. You have to be careful with the money, Luna. Careful with the money. So all the stuff's lying around. This bed I'm lying on came from the old caravan. That was made for the old caravan. Really comfortable. It was big money in this day, like. Fire retardant foam wasn't long out at that time. Oh, you pay big money. That cushion would be fire retardant foam. So now I'm going to get my breakfast now. Look how handy that is there now. Now, maybe in the final edition, maybe I'll put sides in this. I don't know if I put sides on or not. I think getting away the laptop, plugging leads and all on. You know, so let's see how it goes. It doesn't need sides because when it's folded up, I can't go anywhere. So I mightn't bother about sides. But the inverter now is the next problem. Do I rather steal an inverter and the chance it might melt again? Or do I buy a brand name but it's only rated 1,000 watts when I really need 1,200 watt? Tell you what I learned about inverters. I've learned a lot about inverters. It's not the bad of money. I thought I'll just buy a 3 kilowatt inverter. That'll solve the problem. You can't. My battery is a 100 amp battery. 1200 watts is 100 amps. So that's why he's 1200 watts the maximum inverter. Once you go up to a 2000 watt inverter, you need 2 batteries. And a 3 kilowatt inverter, you need 3 batteries. That's alright in a motorhome, but not when you're wild camping in a car. And each battery is £500. So you can see that it'll be handy having the 2000 watt inverter, the bigger chip pan, and no need to shake. But you'll be chatting an extra £700 to not shake your chips and cook your chips for 15 minutes, or save £700 and shake your chips every 5 minutes for 25 minutes. That's what it comes down to. And the same will link it on to the car inverter and all the rest. That's only over 100 amps too. Like it's, so I've learned a lot. So what you like to do and what you can't do is 2 different things. So where do you see this here now? Where do you see this? I'm not very well organised as usual. I seen it last night. I did see it last night. Wee pop-up kettle. Hang on, see if I get it here. This is my new pop-up kettle. Look at that, boys. Pop-up kettle. What will they invent next? And pops up like so. Look at that. A lot of wee steel kettles, they didn't have big wide openings. There's a cup of water there now. No point in using more gas than you have to. See the price of them wee cylinders? Look, see, that's handy, isn't it? Someone leave your cup. See this design here. Aye. Now, what I liked about this wee kettle here, the lid here sort of locks on. I think it's a design flaw. They found out this lid wasn't going to stay shut, so they put this wee clip on it. It just means now if it spills, the water pours out, but you've only got that wee spout. The lid's not going to fall off like. I'll get this baby lit now and then I'll get my cornflakes on. We need to get some milk out here as well. I had to move the cool box around. That one's frozen. I'm trying to get a milk. What I found about the cool box, I freeze the milk beforehand. And the milk I'm going to use is not frozen. But the milk I'm not going to use is frozen. So that frozen milk now One of them are completely frozen in the box freezer. That's keeping that cool box cool for one night, like 2 nights. That's keeping it cool. And then that mug will lie in that cool box, and that'll be the one I'll use next week. Because long life. So we'll get the mug on here now, and we'll get this. Where's my breakfast? Where's my breakfast? I got these wee rectangle. See, trying to find stuff. I think one of the things that's going to help. I got these wee rectangle boxes here. I got one. I put nuts on one, was handy. I put the shears in the other one. Bad job. The wee boxes are handy, but I think what I need to do is get a wee small round one. Don't need a big breakfast bowl, a wee small round one. And you see how the tea bags are in an oval container? And if all the food stuff is in these wee rectangle containers, by putting your hand in and feeling the container, you wouldn't have to actually see. So I need to get, I like the size of the box. I thought if I get these rectangle boxes, I can stack them up and save space. I'm going to make a wooden box for the back there, because all them big bottles of water, you don't need them close. They can go at the back, but they fall forward. The weight of them, they fall forward. So you know where you get a milk crate and it's all divided up. I need wee divisions. So we've got the milk here now for the breakfast. We'll get the milk and a cup of tea. I'll get the milk in first before I light up things, because things melt. I don't know, maybe I should shake that. That looks very watery, that milk. That's the one I froze. It looks very watery. I should have shook it first, you know. Oh God, no. I should have shook it first. Doesn't look very white coming out. Look at that there, now it's better. I'll put a bit extra in, because I don't know, don't need that much milk, but that first milk I put in doesn't look right. That's super concentrated now. And I'm doing this with one hand, like. See, in the caravan, I'd have a proper tea bag container, I'd have a cornflake container, I'd have my bowls, and all these things would be all separate. Can't do that here. I had a cup there one time, melted. So it's handy having that extra, but that milk can go back down the cool box. If I move the doggy treats out of the way, the lid's coming off them, I had to leave them up there. And we'll get this wee thing lit now. Fuck, that didn't sound good there. Something's not lined up there, right? We're going to blow up again, Luna. So last day the flames blew up my flames blew up my face. Let's have an hour go now. It's dodgy, this car camping pit, dodgy. I tell you, it's nervous lighting a stove, I tell you. I've never heard the gas make that noise before. Turn this down a wee bit. And that's her going now. Get a wee spoon now and dabble them. Get the rest of these blinds down then. It's handy taking them down when I'm outside, you know. Easy to fold up. If I take that down now and fold it up, I want to put it inside the car door, you see. So it's handy doing it when I'm so I'll take that one down there, I'll take down the front one, I'll leave these back ones up. Let's see how wet the window is here, Luna. Let there be light, and there was light. I've only 2 trains I passed this morning. They don't go pretty early. Hey, tell me not in Belfast now. What I do sometimes, I close the door and I see where the door is closed on it. It makes a better seal. I use the wee magnets to hold it, and I'll close the door on the seal. That's the new stuff I got there. See where it's aged, you know? It's very rough edge on it. But that's what you get on the internet, isn't it? that was done elm or something like that, that'd be a fancy wee agent on it. So there we are now. A wee bit of light now. Use my cushion to rest on. So mild last night, so mild. The two front windows open slightly. I can't see. The one improvement I'm going to do now. Can't see it working opening windows like this. Cannot see it working. I've got a hole in my boot meant for the AdBlue tank. I'm going to use a computer fan. I'm looking at different fans. I'm going to use a computer fan, a 4-inch hose, and I'm going to blow the air into the car. So the same idea as that there, but it'll be fresh air coming in. That's how boiled there now, look. There'll be fresh air coming into the car. So better, rather than have these windows open and hope air gets in, which is not getting in. Air's not getting in. Because the blinds put it straight down. You don't want cold air hitting you, do you? Like? But by blowing the cold air in here, and I could probably point it up, I mightn't put it there, that was the heater. I might point up at the roof, so the air comes up, hits the roof, and glides over, and then settles down. And that would be better for breathing than opening a couple of windows. It also keeps the sound, my sound, from getting out and outside sound getting in. Because when you open the windows, you lose the sound barrier. And people can hear my tablet and all playing. It's alright when you're listening to the wind, but if there's traffic out there or people walking past, you don't want to hear. So, I'll get my breakfast. Here's my wee kettle boiled now. I'll tell you what I've found out. What's the next common sense? Where you see the boiling water now, look at this. You have to tip this kettle up higher than a normal kettle to get the water out, because of the angle of it and all. The milk wasn't right in that tea either. I didn't shake the milk, so the milk's not as white as it should be. It's too clear. I wonder if I should put more milk in that. It might be alright. So I'm using the spoon now, my cereals, to do this here. It says washing up. Well, I was in the car, but I would use a teaspoon. Makes you wonder, do we need half the washing we do? That's a funny colour now, like, what can I do? That'll be alright. A few biscuits. That's a 14.5 tog duvet. And a nice soft fleece duvet cover. Crammed it inside a pillowcase. It's tight getting it in. Took about 3 minutes to get it in. But I thought I might go under the bed. But it's so fat now, I don't think it is going to go under the bed. One of them wee vacuum pack bags, a wee hand pump would be handy. Put the duvet in and slide under the bed. And I keep it dry too during the day. She comes in soaking wet. So I might try a wee vacuum pack bag. I'm sure about in the boot there now. But even if it lay, if there's nowhere else to put it, you could leave it in the back of the car like that there, like, and use it as a cushion, like. But heavy rain today. Don't want to soak, don't we, not, Luna? I have my go. Luna loves car camping, so she does. Oh, she's getting ready to get up. Getting ready to get up. And we got your wee clothes. We get you dressed, boy. We get you dressed. We get you dressed. Oh, is that pretty girl? Who's that pretty girl? Same outfit as yesterday, right now. It's your favourite outfit, isn't it? Aye, pink. Oh, my girl likes her pink. You're a bit embarrassed with us. Oh, you hate going out with that big bell there. Oh, you don't like that big bell. Oh. Well, you see, when you get a bit older, you might be able to go out to fruit bells. There's another wee look now. Now it's daylight of my wee table. Built the wee table to hold the stove on the laptop. So, there's an arm around hinge, a bit of bungee cord. Bungee cord just goes off the side. See this hinge here now? As I pull this down, this hinge gets wedged into the floor. And there. There's no way that hinge can get kicked away. If Luna was to jump down and add a gas stove there with a kettle, she's not going to be able to hit that. It wants to dig in the way. So there's no way it can fall. I brought this wee lid the whole way out here, you see. It's a boxed. Used whatever I had in the houses. Them hinges, the pins come out. They're not the right hinges to use in a job like that. You want ones for yourself, but just use what's in the house. The wee stove sits there then. The stove can't bounce up. Now I get wee felt pads put on. So I'll put a wee felt pad in there and that'll stop the stove bouncing up. I can't go too far over this way because the car sits out the carpet. And I thought, well, if I move this wee shelf across now and put a wee bit of foam on the end of that, that'll stop the thing shaking about. So wee bits of foam all around and it should be quiet. Although it was quiet when I came down, didn't rattle at all. The only thing that was rattling was the actual hinge itself. Now that wood there is rough as anything, because that's the wood I had. But when I cut off these screws and put a wee bit of carpet in that, it's alright. It's not the matter of spending money, everything's 2 dear. And I said the only thing that was rattling when I came down was the fact that bungee's out. That's a hook I had as well, it's a bit long. But I'll put the hook in tighter and that'll hold it, but I have to cut off the other end and do that. And the only thing that was rattling was this here hinge here. That hinge is rattling. So I can put a wee foam pad there in the meantime, and that'll stop that rattling. That bungee needs to come over there, and that bungee there also holds the radio in place as well. It's multi-purpose. If you get more than one job out of something, why not? So that's holding the radio on as well. Not that the radio ever fell off, but if the radio was to fall off, the bungee helps slow it down a bit. And then when this folds down there at night time, whenever I fold that down there at night time, now this, I put that piece of wood on rough, but this is my bed that pulled out, and so the leg goes on there, that rests on top of that, and that big cushion, full size cushion, comes right out to here, comes right to there, the cushion, but Luna lies here, you see, and the cushion's the exact same height as my bed. And then I put her wee orange blanket on it, and then best heater you can have at night time. See when it gets cold in the middle of the night, right, she sneaks over. Best heater. So you might use what you've got. No fumes, that wee thing. It's just fired a wee bit, but it's not the same fumes of hers as it would be a diesel fumes. So you can see how it all goes together now. Like simple, you just make it, and all this stuff is all stuff I had in the house already. I haven't spent no money on all this wood, screws and all that. And all this wood that I have was all destined to be firewood. But I don't chop wood up for firewood until it's at the end of its life. I'll try and get all the uses for it first. That needs to pop that wee blankie there. Push that in. That's the job done. A wee bit wet, Luna. We'll try and get parting in the prom. It's Saturday the 22nd of October 2022, and it's 5 to 10. Whipping carrot camp in Castlerock. The train just passed. I forgot up a minute earlier. Where I had the train passing. It's raining today. Raining heavy earlier on. There's the mobile home site above. I might take the rest of these black down blinds down now, but I just thought we'd get a wee shot of this now. See where we are here. Believe it or not, you see the height of that car up there? That was actually quite a steep hill. There's still a hill in that car. It would have been too steep to sleep had I not put up in the ramps that height. But you think now she looks pretty level. It's still a hill yet. There's the railway line down below. This is supposed to be autumn. Oh Luna! Oh Luna, look, blackbird! I haven't seen a blackbird in a couple of weeks. They're very small. Oh Luna! They're very small, pet, but oh desperate for a blackbird. Oh, she's rough jaw or something. She hasn't had any in ages. Oh, it's at least 2 weeks pet since she had a blackbird. Oh, we'll have to leave the blackout blinds here a minute to see these blackbirds are. There's my stealth camping there now, like. No problem with traffic this time of year. But see when the windows messed up, it's a good thing. You would not see that blackout blind at all at the front. If you were walking up there now, you would not know. I had the two front windows up on slightly. Doesn't work. In fact, I took the front one down already. That's already down, that's why you don't see it. But you get the idea now, like. So I'll take these blinds down now. It's very handy putting them on, taking them down outside the car. No point in struggling inside, I don't think. That is quite handy then. I'll just stop in the door then. See, I'm not very neat, no. Other people will fold it up, you know. Oh, they would. See me, I can't be bothered. Life's short, like. I've got walks and everything to do. Videos to edit. I can't waste time folding up a piece of material. Luna, where are you going? Ideally, your pocket would be empty like that, and then just stuff something like so easy. Now, before I drive off, now I will get the towel and wipe the windows with a towel. suppose. I'm going to drive down to the prom now. Because I don't want to spend... We walked the whole Castlerock last night. Don't want to spend too much time walking Castlerock now. We'll do the beach, because we don't do many beaches. So we'll walk down to the bar mouth. I like wee Rocky Park. We'll do that. I'll see you. Have to go to the toilet anyway. We'll go to the toilet down there. It's not coming loose there. No, it's alright. We'll get off these rubs. So I might just put her in now. Take her down. I'll get my other coat on. You know what, the rain's not too bad now. It was pretty heavy earlier on, so I don't want to go out and get soaked. It's alright, there's no wind blowing. A wee summer jacket will do today. I never brought my leggings. I had them in my hand last night. I will not need them. 15 degrees last night before I left. Not been needing leggings. I'll take the keys out, man. I'll just check for any more blackberries. We won't get any more blackberries once we leave here. Can you see any more, can you, Luna? Luna, see any more blackberries? There's only a couple of wee tiny ones. Oh, you look for them too, like I can't see all the looking. Any peas or anything to do, have you? So that has a wee poo in the sand, I reckon. Right, any grass? It's probably then we come a blackberry sitting in front of me. There's nothing else here. It's all completely shriveled up there. See, that's actually a bed and breakfast there. Hey, carrot camp on a few blackberries. Oh, they're all gone now, ones there. I did, that was the last blackberries of the season. While we head back to the car now, will we, Pet? Are you a wee snuff there? Are you a wee snuff there? Do you know what? We could do the Black Glen, you know. Black Glen would have I'm going to see it. We'll go to the Black Glen. I'm going to grab my coat. We'll go to the Black Glen. How I do autumn walks. Black Glen will count as autumn, I reckon, Luna. They cut all the trees down last year and that's the trust, probably some disease. But we'll park the car now in daytime mode. Hold on a wee minute now, Pet. Get it off these ramps. There's the car ramps now, I just keep them on there. Underneath the front seat. Roll the car back down the hill again now and we'll go for a wee walk. I actually did 70 miles of the gallon coming down, 71 miles of the gallon as far as downhill. But then when you get to downhill you have to climb up the hill towards the Muslim temple. And then this car parks up on a big hill. And that knocked my miles per gallon down to 65. What can you do? Still pretty good on that, like. Still pretty good. This wee car here, just to show. I have 2 trip meters. I set one trip meter every time I leave the house. The other trip meter I don't reset. There's last 5,380 miles and some of that's including towing the caravan. 56.4 miles a gallon.